Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and today we'll be talking about a Sergeant Metaurus build for Space Marine 2 patch 13. Now, this patch has finally given us the full fit of Sergeant Metaurus. We have an Iron Halo for him now, finally, after like a year plus, and because of that, I'll be building a heroic Power Axe build around him today. So first up, we're taking the Incarmine Axe. This one is a little bit underrated in my opinion. The Relic Tier option for block is also very strong, but where this one kind of shines is in utility for like double the speed, bad amounts of cleaving potential, and the strength is okay too, but this also opens us up opportunities to take stuff like restoration, so I'll be building around that today. So first up, I take the perk down here, Perpetual Strength, melee damage increases by 5%, moving here to the perk Coup de Grace. The last strike of a light combo deals 25% more damage, moving here to the perk Perpetual Strength again, into the perk Counterattack, Riposte for double riposte damage on our Power Backstep Overhead Strike, then we go through here into the perk Hard Target, the perk Tactical Retreat for Power Backstep Wave, dealing 25% more damage. Then I go up here into the perk Power Wave. Power Backstep Wave, it damages even more enemies. Now in patch 13, they also buffed up the Power Axe to actually hit the proper amount of enemies on the Power Wave, because apparently before, the Power Wave of your Power Backstep was not hitting the proper amount of enemies, and now it hits a ton. So like, the cleaving potential up here is doing a lot more work than you would expect, so really powerful perk option. And the final perks here are Minotaur Slayer and Restoration for Armor Restore, though alternatively you could pick up like Cleaver over here into stuff like Rebound, or like go all the way down for stuff like Discharge if you want to. That is up to you. This is my build today. Now for the secondary, I do take the Firepower Plasma Pistol. Now, the common shot damage of the Plasma Pistol in patch 13 got buffed, and it's actually pretty damn strong at recovering your contested health now. This weapon's pretty fucking good, I'm not gonna lie. And the gun strike damage here is also the highest of the Relic Tier options, so pretty good for our build. Now, for the perk tree, I do start off here with the perk Plasma Collection first. This weapon's energy reserves increase by 25%, excuse me, 20%. Moving here to the perk Rapid Cooling, then we pick up Plasma Collection again, into the perk Blast Radius, Perpetual Velocity, down to the perk Plasma Collection again, and we go all the way down the bottom row of Blast Radius into Retaliation and Divine Might. Now, when you take all of these damage perks, your contested health recovery on a common shot is quite high, and honestly, you're not losing a ton by like not taking efficient charge, because you're actually more ammo efficient even with this perk on common shots for damage and like just charge shotting, so a really good build setup for this in my opinion overall. Now for the perk tree here, we do take Intimidating Aura first. A perk time parry deals AoE damage with a 5-meter radius. The cooldown is 5 seconds. I mean, this perk is perfect for block weapons, so Incarmine Axe being a block weapon, pretty much a perfect synergy here. Then we move here into the perk here, Scramble Targeting. If you're surrounded by 5 or more enemies, it will take 25% less damage from ranged attacks. But then I pick up the perk Steel Within. This perk is incredible on the Bulwark class for a lot of builds, because without any damage reduction, you kind of get cooked on this guy sometimes. Like, even with a 30% increase to your starting HP, having at least one damage reduction perk, that'll make you substantially more tanky, so you definitely want to pick this one up if you're not taking Conviction. But if you really want to, you could take Armor Reinforcement, or like maybe even Defensive Advantage, but on this build, I think Steel Within is just the best pick. Next perk here is Focus Restoration. Every 30 seconds, all team members automatically restore 1 armor segment. 1 armor back to you every 30 seconds, or 1 armor back to your entire team every 30 seconds is incredible in this game. A 30-second cooldown may seem like a lot, but like this comes out to a ton of armor, and armor is super valuable for damage capping, so for that reason, we pretty much always take this, though alternatively you could pick up Advanced Conditioning. Next perk here is Purity of Purpose, because Sergeant Metaurus has, a Purity of Purpose, or something. Either way, the banner deals damage over time to enemies with zero effect. This just puts down a shock nade around your banner, and it will wipe out Minotaurus, deal significant damage to Majoris, Extremis, and even bosses. And I talk about this all the time, that like in this column, Purity of Purpose is just such a value proposition and a perk that Rapid Regeneration, while being okay, it does cut your banner duration in half, and this one's just way better. Next perk here is Glory Shield. All team members in the banner's area of effect take 20% less damage, and the banner lasts 20% longer. Now this is a pretty obvious synergy where like we take Glory Shield, Inspiration for more damage while our banner's active, on top of Purity of Purpose, and you have the full benefit out of all of these because you have a 20% longer lasting banner. So really good for that, which is why we pick all these up. Next perk here is Armor Advance. If you have armor remaining, you do not lose control for heavy hits, it cannot be knocked back. I mean, this is like the fundamental crux of your no knockback on this build. Now, Defensive Mastery is currently bugged, so we're not using it, but like even with that being said, on this build you would take Armor Advance, because having at least one source of hyper armor in this game will save your life, so definitely pick this up. Now, for the Prestige perk options, I do take Resilience first for more Medicae Stim HP, though alternatively you could pick up like Auxiliary Reload if you wanted to. And the perk I would always pick up, regardless of these, is Overcharge for held and charge attack damage being increased by 20%, because this is a 20% multiplicative melee damage bonus. And also, this perk is one of the best melee perks in the entire game. It's just built into your prestige perk tree. So like, this will dramatically increase your damage on like pretty much every weapon on this class. So definitely grab this one. And the final two perks are pretty standard with Powerful Shot for 20% more range damage, and this definitely helps out our Plasma Pistol CHP recovery. And the final perk here is, of course, like the best CDR perk in the entire game for this class with Masterful Defense. And that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. I mean, Sergeant Metaurus is a pretty famous character in Space Marine 2 at this point. This guy's probably going to be in Space Marine 3 as well, and we can finally make his proper outfit. So hopefully this build guide helped you. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more. And as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye. But here we are with our Sergeant Metaurus build. Now, I know a lot of you guys love Sergeant Metaurus Ooh card effects. I've been trying to cook up a fun one. The only thing that's kind of anti-fun about playing Sergeant Metaurus against Tyranids is that Tyranids, they don't like plasma that much when it comes to like the zone thrips and stuff like that. So these guys up here are pretty annoying to deal with. And we also have a ridiculous amount of range spam on us right now. It kind of sucks. Alright, what's going on here? So they did buff up the firepower pistol here to have way better CHP recovery on the let me save the gun strike there.
Ready to deploy.
Heading to the gym, Dan. Take care. Take it easy, brother. My name's not Dan, though. Gross. Look at that light attack recovery now. That's pretty peak. There's a lot of guys. I know it's like this is my fault, but I just kind of want to kill the boss here if I can. He would stop ghost parrying me.
Tyranids dispatched and dismantled.
I would say the high skill expression builds of Wings of Flame and drawing a lot of engagement. Honestly, not really. In fact, I would say live viewership in Space Marine 2 is way down from where it was a year ago. In general, it's really suffering. Like, people really only come for drops. Oh, but Wings play next anyways, because who doesn't like that? I just got a bit of a chubby while watching that kill on the toilet. Well played. See if we can kill these aura farming zoanthropes. It's kind of annoying because, like, once we're out of firepower damage. Alright, we can do this. We'll damage them. Something else we can do here if they weren't like literally all ranged enemies is farm up some of our... Okay. It's like all range spam here. I guess we kind of gotta go down. Like, we're not going to be able to do much to them here. The only thing we could really do against a zoanthrope in this situation would be farm our double block charges and then riposte them. We're probably gonna find ammo in this. Yeah, there we go. Just one box. Wow. Don't be too generous, Director. Okay, so we can do this. We tried talking to the Tyranids. Maybe they're chill. They don't seem very chill. Right, there we go. It only took 100% of our ammo and then some, and then a free riposte. How about we do them? The small dudes that bite your ankle deal more damage than anything in this game. They are pretty annoying, aren't they? Jabbar, I don't know where you are, but I want to wish you a happy 4th of July. Thank you, Ninja Rogue. Happy 4th of July, guys. Happy indeed.
Come on. We are inside the
Just gently remind them to stop staying at range. They'll understand.
You need to acquire the
I do feel like range spam is something they have not done a very good job of addressing in this game.
Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise.
Like, there are a few things that are more obnoxious to look at than, like, 4 Devourers staring you down. When you're a melee class, you turn the corner and you just see like 4 Metaurus. They're like kind of spread out a little bit. You're like, what do I do here? Okay, I have to wait for at least one of them to parry me, or like allow me to parry them, and hope the other ones to shoot me during that time period. Let's go over here.
Most of the equipment is
The Town Pride, they got eaten.
We have located the code. Come on.
Thanks for learning from you. I played 2 rounds and played like a god. I'm glad I could help out. I'm glad I could help out. I'll make many more guides for this game over time. We're just, I can't lie, guys. After patch 13, I was a little bit like, okay, I'm in a fugue state of like whatever the fuck this is, because I'm pretty sure I streamed for like 300 hours that month, or some like 400 hours or some absurd number on top of other stuff. So like, as much as I love playing Space Marine 2, sitting in a chair for 16 hours a day was probably not the healthiest thing I've done.
All this unprocessed promethium shall make a fire that will be seen from the stars.
A standing desk? I do have a standing desk, so like I wasn't literally sitting down the entire time, but still, just like doing the same thing was certainly draining. Though I'll say the first 2 weeks, I was all in. I love the patch. It was so awesome, but holy shit. I can't even tell if patch 13 was that big. It felt pretty big. It felt very large in terms of like how much players were hyped for it. I'm pretty sure patch 13 was actually a bigger patch in general interest than patch 10 and patch 12 were. Because of the way they dropped it, where they shadow dropped the patch at Warhammer Skulls and hid the release date, which like drove hype, and then everyone was like, holy shit, what's all of this? And the new heroics were also pretty good. Now, patch 14 is supposed to be a smaller patch than patch 12 was, or excuse me, patch 13 was, but I'll be real. As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to like a Chaos Terminator Sorcerer and stuff like that, I think that sounds way better than the alternative. Than like a new operation, like one new operation in Purgation and the Siege rework, because I don't think the Siege rework hit like they wanted it to. I genuinely believe that Saber's intention last patch was like, we're gonna make Siege mode like way more popular, and it kind of worked, but the performance was just too shit. Because people also love capes. Yeah, I honestly think the entire update was carried by cosmetics, which is kind of true for like damn near every update in this game, but the ultra grinds are pretty awesome.
How close are you to the facility?
Entering the refinery.
Here, we'll do this.
Shall bellow the souls folk to death. One dead zombie.
I hate the fact that they nerfed the accolades from weekly because they put on some summon siege. Well, they nerfed it from the weekly, but you gotta think, now you're getting way more accolades overall. So, you're getting like, you're getting 150 from siege mode, and then you're also getting another 175, and like, what is it now? 75? From the normal ones? So, it is better. The number, like the for your time investment, it is technically better.
Looks like preparations were close.
Which is good. And like, honestly, accolades in siege mode, I'm sure the Chaos one will also have that. And like, maybe one day PvP will also have that. You never know. Oh god. Yeah, it's more available for more grinding. Absolutes are a genuine pain, but I can handle 15 waves of hard siege. Yeah, 15 waves of hard siege is pretty easy in this game. Especially now with like just tech priest spam. Like, you're gonna have so much money off the tech priest spam. My problem with siege mode is that it runs like shit, and also it feels like the meta now for siege mode is actually less interesting than it was before. Definitely less interesting to watch.
Generator 3.
Pneumatic vibrations emitting from generator 3. Operator, bring it into harmony of timing.
Whatever.
from rallying Perk warriors. You failed at Ultra. Stay alert. Get to sleep fire.
My game is very choppy around wave 15. It's crashed occasionally in like waves 19 to 20. I don't even know how Siege Mode's gonna run on the Switch. Full talk. Siege is just grenade launcher and sleep. Kinda is these days. I mean, it definitely didn't feel like that last patch.
Skitter to the witness. The train is offline. We need to repair it.
Evening, brothers. Hope we're well today. We having a good weekend so far. We are definitely having a good weekend so far. You detonate crafts by shooting them? Didn't know that? Well, no, we just shot them while our craft was still charging. Because one crack will not kill a zone throw up on its own, so we have to do a little bit of damage for our plasma.
Rush the ravenous brood.
I still don't know if you can play so aggressive and live after the fight. Which one, cuz? What's up, Ginger?
Intercept the swarm nearing generator 4. Our banner awaits on them. There is no stable ground.
I'm dismantling generator 4 in progress. Punish the ignorant iconoclasts.
Oh, go over there.
This galaxy is not yours to the tower. Reclaim that generator from the enemy.
Give players an incentive to optimize something, to optimize the living crap out of it. I feel like Space Marine 2 is a game where a lot of the player base just does not give a shit at all about optimizing the game. Or even the majority. I think they're more interested about what the cosmetics are for the game than anything else. When you dropping acid on stream, I heard it was today. I don't know who told you that. Certainly not today.
So, what's for psychic onslaught?
Access point.
Generator!
Margin of error 0.0 nanometers. Estimating on
Bring
overcrowding
down the
alert on
The
generator 1.
deed is nearly
Alright, we have one shot left. We gotta get rid of that. So, optimizing the drift. Now that is the true strat.
This galaxy is not yours. Where should I plant this flag?
You ever have the Carnifex charge off the map and die? Yes, that actually happens quite a bit in this game. You'd be surprised, especially on Exfiltration. That dude loves to run off the map.
Ammunition here.
I think the Carnifex is a really fun boss fight in this game, though. They do a great job on him. Especially compared to most of them.
We crush the ravenous brood beneath.
Demolition deployment sequence unlocked. Elevators locked under the Omnissiah's virtual orbits.
Bomb is in place, command.
Hello, FTG. What's up, Flex?
It is an observation platform.
How are you doing?
Overlooking the Cryptomethium fields.
Alright, we're gonna check this.
Good vantage for your ambush.
Alright. Let's go on up here.
Enemy reserves incoming. Prepare to strike them down. Listen and pacify our banner.
Like, actually, the worst part of this whole build right now is dealing with the zoanthropes. The zoanthropes are more obnoxious. Hey FTG, I just wanted to say your content is awesome and it has helped me do some great builds. I salute you from the Iron Hands chapter. Boy, dude, it's one of the only Iron Hands fan in my chat right now. Welcome in, brother. Well, I'm glad I could help out. Jokes aside, let me do this. There we go. See, that's a use case scenario for your Carmine Axe.
Galaxies of glory.
A bolt pistol, sir. Never go without it. Well, when you're playing a Sergeant Metaurus build, you gotta use plasma, you know, it's just mandatory. When is patch 14 coming out? Probably at the end of this month or early next month. Patch 9 after patch 8. So patch 8 came out in June, at the end of, like, at early June, I believe. Around there, around the same time Arbites dropped last year. And then we got a patch immediately at the end of July. So this time around, I'll probably see the same thing. I don't know why they would put the PTS out so early otherwise. This is not a very big patch either, so it should be easier for them to put out. I'm just looking forward to the new Burning Power Sword, that's all I want.
There will be more foes to overcome, and we will succeed. Our banner will transcend. That silenced the Tunic vile chitty.
FTG, when will you do a cooking stream? I want to see your famous barbecue chicken recipe. Dude, I'm cooking at this very moment. I'm cooking these Tyranids alive. Like, what do you mean? We're always cooking. Gotta say the Carmine Axe is great at stunning bosses and you can hold the charge for so long. Too bad bosses can't be stunned except for like one of them in the entire game right now. Or two. You can do a Hellbrute and a Hive Tyrant. That's it. Or the Tyranid Primes. Not gonna lie, that Power Fist with the Combi Melta looks awesome. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I think that these new heroics are probably gonna suck for the most part.
The weapon beast is destroyed.
I saw the power sword, the fire power swords block or fencing, and not balanced. Yeah, balanced. They just need to take a look at balance again. I think. I think balance is a very undercooked weapon type in this game right now.
Rest assured.
They have not done a good job of making it fun to use. Not at all, I would say.
Annihilate that neural. For the Emperor! Crush the ravenous brood.
Balance feels straight up unplayable on Bulwark. It's pretty shit on him. Because he can't animation cancel that.
This galaxy is not yours.
If there's any chance of the devs reworking balanced, I hope so, but I doubt it. I think they like how it is. I think that Saber likes a lot of the shit they've made in this game, and they don't really care to change most of it. Alright. Alright, you want to land? Since there's literally nothing I can do otherwise. Thank you. What a cool guy. That's what we're doing after this. We're doing Wings of Flame Raven Guard. Please, game, please. Do you prefer Wings of Flame or Ground Pound? Wings of Flame's definitely better now. Without any question. For Opt and Hard strats, it's much better. It is very, very strong now. Zella's Blow's still good. It's just like Wings of Flame is peak. Alright, let's kill this guy. Please kill him with my banner. How we do it. As long as you can dodge. I mean, Wings of Flame is really not hard to use at all. Especially with Furious Strikes now. Like, the Wings of Flame build, I mean, I guess it's highest skill expression. Technically. There's a skill cap there, but the amount of scenarios the game puts you in where, like, it's the most necessary thing ever, or it's difficult to do, is not that high. Actually a fairly easy build to play once you know where the hitboxes are on the enemies.
Take heart. the flame.
It's the same thing like a shield bash bulwark, where like animation canceling your shield bash on bulwark might look really hard at first, but it's really not that difficult.
Keep going forward.
Okay, we're gonna grab this armor boost. It's pretty peak, like that.
Come on. We have reached the ambush position.
Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done.
Enemies have split from the main force. Prepare to intercept.
Wings of Flame is not hard to learn, but you can do a ton with it, yeah. Wings of Flame, I will say, it is difficult if you're brand new, because you're not going to know where the hitboxes or like where the actual dodge window on the enemy is going to be, so for that reason, it's not the easiest thing ever.
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding.
That is no good. Feel your mark. That silenced the tuning cry. One dead zone. Closer to cleaning up this mess.
Let's take our rest really quick.
We lost see that the refinery is no longer secure.
Didn't realize throwing zone throws today. Well, I mean, whenever you play Bulwark, it pretty much always sends a zone throw army at you. It's just how the game likes to operate. It's pretty mean on that front.
Skid us with rage.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
Ready for another tyranid push.
More accurate, Sergeant Metaurus would have died against the Tyranid Warrior FTG. I mean, I doubt that. I imagine he's probably going to mow them down in Space Marine 3.
Failed at open.
Quick question, is the heavy on the power fist hit zone throws? Yes.
Be ready for
What's your hope for a champion pack in year 3? Well, my number one hope for a champion pack is another Space Wolf pack, and we're getting that immediately in year 3, so I'm satisfied already. As for what other people want, we'll see.
Emperor's glory.
To be honest, I'm just happy for Chaos Siege. I'm curious to see how well that's actually implemented. I have a feeling that might be the biggest complaint from players, because players in Space Marine 2 have a huge... They'll often be like, oh, this must be the best. Or like, this must be this way. It's going to be like this expansive. Like, nothing's ever as expansive as they think it's going to be. In the case of Chaos Siege mode, it's probably going to... There's going to be a spin-off mode to a mode that a lot of players already think is undercooked. So... I would temper expectations on that one a little bit. I think it's funny watching Heavy waiting 2 years for a new champion skin while Bulwark got his third announcement along with it. That's because Bulwark's like one of those played classes in the entire game.
Understood, Commander. Ready in
If
your
we have a
charge.
Chaos Siege, we'll only be fighting Tyranids. That's not true. Thousand Suns do not like every other Chaos Legion. Drip King, Mr. Bulwark is true.
Tyranid bioscience down 90% and fall. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract.
Ow. Well, that poor Heavy skill tree is quite tragic, isn't
Ready
it?
to deploy.
Extraction complete. Returning to orbit.
As a Sergeant Metaurus build, though. You guys like Sergeant Metaurus? I do. I think he's a pretty cool guy. Alright, boys. Chaos fight amongst each other all the time. Yeah, guys, just because we're getting a Chaos Siege mode does not mean that the Chaos Siege mode will not be peak. Okay. I'm just saying.